All right, mic check, 1 2 1 2. More Than the Masters podcast. Your host, Maine, of course. Stop. We're gonna do something a little different this time, man. Mic check. More Than the Masters podcast, man. This episode is gonna be called Clash at the Super Bowl. Okay. We're gonna talk about the two teams. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give my prediction. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about both teams first, and quarterbacks going head to head. I think that I'm excited for the Super Bowl. I haven't watched much football, but I'm a big fan of legacies, man. Be honest with you, I'm a big fan of legacies. I'm a big sports fan in general. I love competitiveness, and I think that when the two best teams get to play each other, regardless of sport, it gets no better than that. Like, you know, a lot of times we get shorthanded, like, quote unquote, the Clippers made us short, you know, last year, not being able to play Lakers, so we got to see Lakers versus Denver. So we didn't really get the chance to see what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the LeBron versus Kawhi. We didn't get to see that. Whereas in football, you know, you get to see that. So you get to see Brady versus Mahomes, you know, or Manning versus this person, or, you know, Breeze versus that person. You got to see them go head to head a lot of times, and we kind of base it upon that. My goal here, I want to just give a dope sports take. You know, I feel like that's a lost art right now. Giving good sports take. A lot of times we just give our personal opinion. Oh, I like Brady. Oh, I like Mahomes. All right, cool. And then that's it. We go to the next top. It's not what we're doing. We're going to break this thing down like we're doing ESPN. You know, when you talking sports, you got to talk numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have personal in there because that means something. But you got to talk numbers. You got to talk things that matter. You know what I'm saying? So one of the first things I want to get into with this is, first of all, shout out to both teams. Shout out to Brady. We got to give Brady his flowers, man. Shout out to Brady, man. Brady, as long as he's been in this league, man, as battered and bruised up as he is, he continues to show why he's the greatest. And for him to switch teams, switch a whole organization, and then turn around a whole organization and get to the final destination with that organization like he did in the previous organization, this is crazy. Yo, come on, man. This is bars. This is crazy. You know, you got to give Brady his credit where it's due. It reminds me of a player that plays basketball, but we're not going to get into that. LeBron James. So, real quick, y'all see this sweater, man? Can I see that? This is dope, man. Make sure you shop with Slim, man. These are podcast and chill sweaters. They on sale right now. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me. Hit me in my DM. But let's get back to what we're talking about. So, when it comes to Brady and just what he did with the Buccaneers, man, you got to commend him because, you know, the Buccaneers, they had drafted a quarterback a couple years ago who's supposed to be the guy. He didn't turn out to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't turn out to be the guy. For Brady, though, for him to turn his organization around and do the things he's doing at that age he's doing it and get to where get to where he's gotten, I feel like win or lose, you come in and you tip your hat off to Brady. That's number one. All right. Mahomes, being this young, having that weight on him with this team and being that young, he's 25. When I was 25, listen, to be 25 and to be able to do the things he's doing, read the game the way he read the game, and be as talented as he is, you just can't match that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give credit to him where it's due. But I think what I want to talk about first is the clash with them two at age. You know what I'm saying? Here you got this guy Brady, wise, way older, way slower, definitely not as mobile, but precise. Just having that it factor, that turn on switch, you know, that confidence, that he not worried about nothing. You know how LeBron do that thing when he do like this and push his foot down? Brady has that in him, you know what I'm saying? So that comes with age. Whereas Mahomes, you know, he's the younger guy. I do feel like a lot of pressure's on him this game to almost as he had to seal his legacy, but I don't feel like this game is going to seal his legacy at all. He can win this game and still not go down as the greatest, and he can lose this game and go down as the greatest. So I think that him being that young, I will hope that he don't think he has to win this game. It's a must win. You want to win because it's a Super Bowl, but it's not a must win for your career. Brady has lost Super Bowls. So, you know, the clash on age is dope. And this is what's dope about the clash on age, though. It's not the fact that Brady is this age and Mahomes no, it's not about that. It's really about a clash of eras. Brady is a traditional quarterback. You know, Mahomes, he's kind of like the new age quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know back in the day you want to see Vic versus this person, you know, Vic versus pocket passer. You want to see how that would clash, but there's always was this knock on pocket passes because, I mean, these knock on like mobile quarterbacks because they weren't pocket passers. Like, if it wasn't traditional, it didn't work. Now you have a winner who is not a traditional pocket passer. He's good in the pocket, don't get me wrong, but he's not your traditional pocket passer. He can run, you know what I'm saying? He's very mobile. And when you have a quarterback like that versus a traditional pocket passer who Brady is super comfortable in the pocket. I'm very excited to see that clash and see how they're gonna just go up against the two. You know what I'm saying? Because this can be a beginning of a new era. If he happens to win, it can start a whole new era. Or we can still have that traditional quarterback in the pocket, old white kind of way of playing football. But nonetheless, it's good. I'm not dissing them. It's just Black History Month, so that's about that. With age, what you're gonna see is a composed quarterback versus a quarterback who may make decisions. I'm not saying that the young person has the upper edge or the older person has the upper edge. I just think those two styles are going to clash. That's going to be a real clash, in my opinion. That's a 20-year gap is crazy. But I want to talk about the stats, and I'm a big person. I feel like stats don't mean everything, but you can't knock Mahomes. He has one of the greatest quarterback ratings of all time. I think it's like a 126. Let me see my notes. Is what 126.7 passing rate. That's crazy. That is crazy. And he's not only is his passing rate high, he's very consistent. He's very persistent with his stuff. The lack of interceptions he's throwing versus the completions he's doing. Brady did lead the league in completions in passes over 20 yards, but he also led the league in interceptions. You know what I'm saying? For those same passes. So whereas I wanna give him credit because it's Brady, of course, but at the same time, defense is gonna win games. You can't throw interceptions. This is Super Bowl. You cannot throw interceptions. You can't give it the ball. You need to make every play count in Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I think statistically, whereas Mahomes right now has the upper hand, I do think that's where that age kind of factor plays in for Brady, because I don't think statistics are gonna matter for that one game. Because coming into this, Brady could be the 5th ranked quarterback in this, that, and third, but he can come out number 1 if they win that game. Just speaking statistically wise, though, I think that if Mahomes is able to do the things he's able to do, the Buccaneers gonna be in trouble, because Mahomes is a better passer out the pocket than Brady. And I think both teams are still, even though Mahomes is a better passer out the pocket, but I still think Mahomes is great in the pocket as well. He's okay. He's not bad in the pocket. With that being said, I think if they blitz him, or they try to pressure him, it can be a lose-lose situation for them. As opposed to if they pressure Brady, it's no lose-lose. If you pressure Brady, it's a wrap. Brady is not. I think he's like 5th without pressure. He's like the 5th rated quarterback in this season. The 5th rated, no pressure, he's the 5th. But with pressure, he's number 31. So that tell you how more comfortable he is without pressure than with, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it has always been Brady's knack. He can't run. He's not mobile. So if you're able to pressure him, or the defense able to pressure them, they good. I'm a big Giants fan. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I had no dog in this fight. I've always rooted against Brady, and I've won twice. You know what I'm saying? I've won twice. Shout out to Eli Manning, who is definitely not a better quarterback than Brady by all means. Which is why I'm saying this game doesn't make or break Mahomes' career, because whereas Eli Manning is 2-0 versus Brady, it means shit. It means shit. Nobody in their right mind has ever put Eli Manning at that, above Brady. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a game. It means a lot to your legacy, but it doesn't cement your legacy. Because here you have somebody who's 2-0 versus Brady, who's the greatest quarterback of all time, and Manning is nowhere near Brady. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm saying as a Giants fans, I know as a Giants fan, but what I'm getting at is, even as a Giant, they will pressure him. You pressure him, you don't get that same Brady. Brady needs to not have pressure. He needs time, and he normally has a great defensive line, so you don't have to have the time. But I think that if Kansas City can get that done, if you can do that, you good. I don't care what it is. If you can pressure Brady, your chances are great. Now, don't get me wrong, he's a great quarterback, so he's gonna make adjustments and stuff like that. But for the most part, if you can pressure him, you good. You win that game every time. So I think that's the key factor. If the defense is able to keep that pressure on Brady, then cool. If they're not, then they're in for trouble. But I don't think. See, the defensive wise, I think Kansas City is just not that great of a defensive team as opposed to the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are the best defensive team in the league right now, in my opinion. Statistics show that too. But in my opinion, they're the best defensive team in the league right now. So I'm not concerned about what the Bucs are going to do to contain Kansas City. I'm more concerned with what Kansas City is going to do to contain the Buccaneers. Even though Kansas City beat them in the season, I feel like the adjustments that the Buccaneers can make, just as far as Kelsey. Now I remember Travis Kelsey when they played in week 12. If I'm not mistaken. He had like a 200 plus yards in the first quarter. That's not happening in the Super Bowl. I don't. You see that right there? I don't think Brady is gonna allow the defense, even though he play defense. I don't think he's gonna tell the defense not to allow it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be a point of emphasis. They don't lost the game by a little bit, but you can't have a receiver getting, or a tight end, whatever, getting 200 plus yards in the first quarter. You can't do that. So that's one thing they can stop. And there's a few things defensively that they messed up on. I don't think they got beat bad in the season. I think that honestly, them losing is gonna be the reason why they're gonna. Let me not put my diction yet. I'm going with the Buccaneers. All right, I'm going with the Buccaneers. When I think of age, I don't care about Tom Brady being older. I think it's just cementing his legacy. When I think of styles, I think it's way better to watch. It's way better to watch the quarterback that can run out the pocket, that can run, that can throw. It's a beautiful watch. I love to see it. Somebody being mobile and able to throw, able to run. You don't know how you're gonna play him. I love to see that in quarterbacks. But I always feel like that kind of quarterback is always not great in the pocket. And I think that is just going to always be in the NFL where you have to be great in the pocket. So I think the style class, I'm giving it to Brady. And just like numbers, it's how I feel. I feel like numbers-wise, you can give it to Mahomes this year because he did his thing, right? Pat Mahomes did his thing this year. Numbers-wise, he's great, but he's young. His numbers are going to be great. Tom Brady's older. His numbers probably are going to decline. That's usually how it goes. But he's Brady, man. Like, he's Brady. He's beat McNabb, Kurt Warner, you know. I'm talking about in the Super Bowl. I'm talking about, you know, he's beat some great quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. He's lost to some subpar quarterbacks. So his history is not telling me he's gonna lose this game. He can't lose though, but I'm gonna pick the Buccaneers. Me personally, I'm gonna pick the Buccaneers. And it's Black History Month, man. I'm be honest with you. They got a black staff. I'm not picking Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sorry. I'm picking the black staff. So that's my personal in this particular thing. But, you know, this is just my take. You know, y'all could have your own take. Definitely, you know, I don't think no take is wrong. These are both great teams. You got the runner-up, you know, the champs from last year. Then you got the people who you know, you got Brady, man. You got Brady who's I think he's trying to step out the game, man. And this is Black Album. I think he's trying to, you know, back out as the best quarterback alive. You know what I'm saying? Or dead or alive, honestly. But I think that I think Brady got more to prove. I don't feel like he feels pressure. So I feel like that's gonna be the deciding factor. I think Mahomes is gonna feel pressure. Him being that young, he's 25. But I could be wrong. But me personally, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm not going against Brady. I think you're stupid to bet against Brady. 6 Super Bowls, 10. Oh my God, it's gonna be 10. This is just crazy. Like, this is unheard of. But I'm always gonna go with the legacy. I think Tom Brady is just a GOAT. I'm a big fan of GOATs. I think Tom Brady is definitely the GOAT. And I'm just not going against Tom Brady, man. So that's my take. That's my sports take. Hope y'all like it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give y'all some statistics. I think when you talk about sports, you have to talk about it in depth. You can't just say, well, you know, I like Tom Brady. Or, you know, I like Pat Mahomes. He's fast. No, but Tom Brady can pass pretty good. I think you can't do that. You got to really you got to throw these statistics out. You got to have certain stats you're looking at. I think you got to know the game. You got to know. I feel like this, though, before I go. I think Kansas City can win if they do two things. One, pressure Brady. If you pressure Brady, they can win. And if they don't let Tom Brady read the coverage, they got to keep disguising the coverage. Because Tom Brady, one thing about him as a quarterback, he is amazing at reading coverage. You know, he's amazing. It's so funny because I'm sorry I gotta say it, but I compare LeBron James and Tom Brady too much. LeBron James be knowing people play, like, it's just certain things about great people, great athletes, greatness, GOATs that they possess that other people just don't possess. And I don't see Brady losing, man. I'm be honest with you. I don't see Brady losing, man. I don't see Brady losing. I feel like Brady gonna win this game. I think it's gonna be very convincingly, and I think he gonna, you know, end his career the GOAT like he is right now. I don't think that changing. So shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going with the Bucks. I'm not a Buccaneers fan by a long shot, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a Brady fan. Definitely now because he left the damn Patriots. Oh my God, racist team. But we ain't here for that. Happy Black History Month. Enjoy Super Bowl. Drive safe. Don't drink and drive. Hope you like the sports take. We out. Clash at the Super Bowl 55. That's how you do a damn sports take. You know what I'm saying?